ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನ್ಯೂಸ್ 26ಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಸೋನಿ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ರವರ ಸುದೀಪ್ ಉನ್ನಿಕೃಷ್ಣನ್ ಜೀವನಾಧಾರಿತ ಮೇಜರ್ ಸಿನಿಮಾದ ಪತ್ರಿಕಾಗೋಷ್ಠಿಯು ಲಲಿತ್ ಅಶೋಕ್ ಹೋಟೆಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ವಿಜೃಂಭಣೆಯಿಂದ ನಡೆಯಿತು. ಮೇಜರ್ ಚಿತ್ರದ ಪತ್ರಿಕಾಗೋಷ್ಠಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡೀ ಚಿತ್ರತಂಡ ಹಾಜರಿದ್ದರು ಹಾಗೂ ಹಲವಾರು ಗಣ್ಯರು ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿ ಚಿತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸಿದರು.
ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮೊಂದಿಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಟಿ ಸಾಯಿ ಮಂಜ್ರೇಕರ್ ಅವರು. ದಬಂಗ್ 3 ಖ್ಯಾತಿಯ ಸಾಯಿ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಈ ಸಿನಿಮಾದ ನಿರ್ಮಾಪಕರಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಶರತ್ ಚಂದ್ರ ಅವರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಶರತ್ ಚಂದ್ರ ಅವರೇ, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಡೀ ಚಿತ್ರತಂಡ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾಯಿತು. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಟ್ರೈಲರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ತದನಂತರದಲ್ಲಿ ಸುದ್ದಿಗೋಷ್ಠಿಯನ್ನ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇ ದ ಟ್ರೈಲರ್.
So some of you have witnessed Sandeep sir's dad speaking. He is fire, and we needed a fiery actor to deliver Sandeep sir's dad's passion, Unnikrishnan uncle's passion, and I thought no one better than Prakash Raj. Prakash sir did a great job. You know, usually we all know Prakash Raj sir will probably dub 1 day, 1.5 day for a film. For this movie, he dubbed 12 days. That was his dedication. You can ask anyone in the industry, audience might not know, anyone in the industry, it's impossible to get Prakash Raj sir to dub 12 days. And he put the kind of heart and soul into this because, one, he knows Sandeep sir's parents, and two, this meant a lot to us. And oh, by the way, congratulations to Revati ma'am for winning the Kerala State Award for Best Actress. She also, I believe, gave the best performance in this film. Final hostage he saved, a Telugu man actually, told me when he saw Major Sandeep come into the room, he felt like he saw Suryaputra. He saw Mahavishnu. So to me, Major Sandeep is sunshine. It's pretty heavy, huh? That is why we wanted to show the first 35 minutes of the film completely in Bangalore. We show him having payasam with his amma. We show him fixing typewriter with his appa. We show school crush. We show cutting class with friends, going to movies. He was a Schwarzenegger fan. So people who watch the first 35 minutes now, you'll think, what is this? Is this some love story? Where is the war? Where is the fighting? But our intention was to say, people like Major Sandeep are not born great. They do great things, and that's why they're called great. So when Major Sandeep takes these big decisions in the second half, his decisions in Kargil, his decisions inside the Taj, you realize that little scenes like Payasam with Amma, typewriter with Appa, these are what make his big decisions happen. So he is the simple boy next door who probably became the hero of India.
ಸಿನಿಮಾದ ಯಾವ್ದಾರ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಶೂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ?
I would say about 15 days.
Okay.
First 35 minutes.
ರಿಯಲ್ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ಸ್?
Real 1995 locations ఇప్పుడు లేవు sir. No, we actually shot outskirts because it is in 1995. Today what happens is that same area there is flyover in Hoding. So we had to create 80s Kerala, 90s Bangalore. We built 8 sets for the film. Gateway of India we built, entire Taj we built and blasted. We also shot in Kashmir, we shot in Mumbai, we shot in Hyderabad, we shot in Haryana, we shot on airports, we shot in air bases. We also shot in army locations across the country. This is a massive film, 120 days, 75 locations.
Okay, Sai Manjrekar ji, definitely we have seen you in Dabang 3. So tell us about your character in this movie and the challenges you have faced.
Is the culmination of that in the city that it took place in is really great.
I kind of want to talk for a second about why we wanted to do these screenings. See, I can go on all these entertainment shows, Dance India Dance, Kapil Sharma show, and say, we made a great film, come watch. When you are watching that show, you'll think, bol raha hai, he made the movie, so he'll say that. So we thought it is a better idea for us to actually show the film. So for the first time in Indian history, a big Indian film, we teamed up with Book My Show, and 10 days before release in 10 different cities, we opened single show bookings across the country. The first Pune sold out in 1 hour. You saw the Pune reaction. Same thing in Jaipur, same thing in Ahmedabad. The one we didn't show was the one in Mumbai to the National Security Guard. 312 commandos, many of them training officers, the same exact job as Major Sandeep. Now, we have to realize that the reason National Security Guard in Mumbai was created is because of 26/11 attacks. It wasn't there before that. The gate at the National Security Guard is called Unnikrishnan Dwar, and the center of the campus is Major Sandeep Unnikrishnan statue. So if these people didn't like the film, we have a problem. So we showed it to them and their families, and we walked in super happy because by now it's the 5th screening. 4 screenings, we know exactly what happened. So we're almost predicting it, we're expecting it. Silence. No one's cheering, no one is shouting, no one is yelling. This fear starts taking over my heart. Did we mess up on a uniform? They're fiercely patriotic, so what the hell, did we do something wrong? One of them came to me and said, the group commander wants to see you. The convoy is ready, let's go. This is 11:30 at night, and they want to take me to the headquarters. I am crazy scared by now, like what the hell is going to happen? So when we got to the campus, I've been showing this in every interview, so please don't mind me being shameless. They gave us this medal. This is from the National Security Guard Black Cat Commandos from the 26th Special Composite Group in Mumbai. They gave the team these medals. This, to me, is it's probably more than anything. It's more than an Oscar. It's more than a good review. When the people who do this job for a living say you've done it correctly, it means something. And when the wives of the people who do this job say, every army film, we are shown as people who just support our husbands. Like we are these one-dimensional people who don't have any other feelings. But rather you show the struggle they go through and show how even the wives can be heroes in situations like this. We really appreciate it. This is the first time we've seen it in a war film. So there's a lot of new things that are happening with Major. In the midst of all this meaningful talk, I kind of want to talk about how Major Sandeep is actually very bright. If you see the posters, we use a lot of sunlight.
Isha, Major Sandeep's childhood crush, then girlfriend, then wife. Challenges I've faced playing the character. I think the biggest fear before I started was how will I speak Telugu well and how will I do well in that. And I think that kind of, in the beginning, the first schedule helped Isha's character because she's a North Indian trying to find her way in Bangalore. So it came to me very naturally, the confusion. But eventually, I think once the first schedule was over, I kind of got a hang of it and felt more confident. And I think it's been a great journey. I've done things that I never thought I could do. I feel like the graft this character has is something I wouldn't have imagined doing in my wildest dreams so soon. And I just hope that I've done justice to it.
Hi, this is Harshvardhan. Yes, this is a biopic, but how close is this movie to reality? Because in some of the biopics we can see heroism is downplayed or heroism is exaggerated. So during gun battle and all, jumping from building to building, these are things.
Definitely, there is. It's an extremely big action film. There's no doubt about it. The reason also for that liberty that we took is because certain instances, there are blind spots in the history. I'll tell you why. When Major Sandeep said, "Don't come up, I'll handle them," and he went up, for 4.5 hours, everyone only heard gunfire. No one knows, no one witnessed. CCTV cameras were cut. By the time they went up, the whole place is burnt. These terrorists, some of them are dead. They don't know how it happened. So that is where we felt we took some liberty with action scenes. In addition to that, there are some dramatic liberties we took. The reason for that is because now you're capturing 31 years of Sandeep sir's life. If I want it to be exact, I have to make a 31-year film. So sometimes what we did is 5 different instances that happened in his life in 5 different years. We made it in the same scene. See, to me, it ultimately wasn't important whether or not in real life he was wearing red shirt, in movie he's wearing blue shirt. For us, did the scene capture the soul of what he felt? And that every time I would call Uncle and Amma and check and say, did I play this right? Did I do this correctly? That was how we went about it, I guess. We upheld the spirit, stance, wide stance, chhati upar badhao, project your voice, all of these changes in body language. I also played different ages in the movie. So before the movie started, at height 6'2", I was 84 kgs. From 84 came down to 81, 79, 76, 73, 72, then back to 76, then back to 81, then back down to 76. So, because we wanted to show when he's 19, 21, 25, 27, and then finally 31.
ಶೂಟಿಂಗ್ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಸಂದೀಪ್ ಪುನ್ನಿಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅವರ ಫಾದರ್ಸ್ ಮದರ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾರು
They are the reason this film is blessed. This film could not have happened without their blessing. So what happened is we first started, when I first called Uncle, he cut the phone. When I called him the second time, he cut the phone again. So the third time, we had a girl call. So he started explaining, Amma, adi kaadu, and then he started explaining. When I took the phone, Uncle, please, let me come from Hyderabad, meet you once. So we visited Uncle and Amma 7 times. After the 7th time, we were sitting in Whitefield in Sandeep Vihar, named after Major Sandeep. Uncle said, I believe you will make this movie 10%. He said 10%, I was like, Appa, he still thinks only 10%. So we were disappointed, we walk out of the house, I'm going to the lift. When Amma says, Sandeep lag raha hai. And I think I got tears in my eyes, and that was the moment I knew that we had their blessing. From then on, it became like family. When I was shooting a scene, I would call Amma, I would say, Amma, here Sandeep sir is going to be angry. She'll say, no, he'll laugh. He's not going to be angry. So I would change my mannerisms, what I would do in the scene entirely based on what they would advise. Not to mention showing them rushes.
ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ ಈ ಸಿನಿಮಾನ ಮಹೇಶ್ ಬಾಬು ಅವರು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ಹೇಗಾಯಿತು, ಹೇಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಸಿನಿಮಾ?
That's the reason for that is this fellow. He's the S in A+S movies. Anurag and Sharat are dear friends. They're also sort of marketing kings in Hyderabad. They know everyone's movie. They handle everyone's movie. Mahesh sir wanted to do a film outside just acting. He wanted to produce something on his banner. So when Namrata ma'am approached Sharat about any ideas, Anurag and Sharat immediately called me and said, Sesh, what is your dream project? I said, my dream is Major Sandeep sir. And that's how we met Mahesh sir. We didn't tell him the script. The way I'm talking right now is how I spoke to him. And he said, let's do it. There was no script discussion.
Pre-release event or pre-screening was not done in Bangalore. Any reason for that?
It's today.
Okay.
So Bangalore is actually very special for us.
Okay. English or Telugu?
ఏదైనా పర్వాలేదు.
ఏం లేదండి, తెలుగు ఓకే కదా, హిందీ, ఇంగ్లీష్ ఈసారి ట్రై చేస్తాం. మేము when we came to కూడా గూఢచారి more like James Bond, action. Major is, sir, క్షణం గూఢచారి ఎవరు? I had after another film, 4 successful films I had, all big hits. This film is 10x that. And the reason for it is the span and this beautiful life Major Sandeep led. So I started this film not for suspense thriller, for action, for anything, because I am a fan of Major Sandeep Punikrishnan. Like if there is Appu sir's fans, there is Sudeep sir's fans, I am a fan of Major Sandeep.
And about the director, definitely you have worked with him in Gudachari as well. So
Oh,
tell
yeah,
us
this-
about your bond and the experience.
So Shashi after Gudachari didn't want to work with me immediately.
Before that, he should have been here. He missed his flight in Delhi, so he couldn't make it. But he really wanted to be here. He'll come in like half an hour, I think.
But by then you might be gone. So he didn't want to work with me after Gudachari because we spent 3 years making that film. He said, one break from each other, next film after that we'll both do. I said, okay, yeah, definitely. Here I am in Yalanka researching Major Sandeep's life. He started his film with Nagavamsi sir, Sitara Entertainments. He started it. Then one day Shashi got a phone call. I said, just consider Major Sandeep's story. It is my dream project. What do you think? He said, let me think about it. And he started reading on Major Sandeep's story. That night, 3 in the morning, he calls me, says, Mama, I have to do this film. Let's do this. So immediately we called up Nagavamsi sir. We said, 1 year, please give off. Shashi and I will make Major together. That was 3 years ago. That's, we put our heart and soul.
What are any data issues because even Vikram is about to release? So were there any lack of theatres, screening theatres?
I don't think so, sir. I mean, I think each film is big in its first language. I think Major is the biggest release in Telugu. Vikram, of course, Legend Kamal sir's film is the biggest release in Tamil, and Prithviraj is the biggest release in Hindi. So wherever its first market is, that it will be the dominant thing, and the other markets it will be the smaller one.
How this movie and story of Sandeep Unnikrishnan sir has inspired you, changed your life or something like that?
Sir, this